Welcome to the Spirit of Life radio show. I'm Jim Toole. Glad to be here with you. Been at this for quite some time, over 40 years, sharing inspiration, information, concepts, and ideas that make a difference in people's lives in so many different ways. In public speaking, writing, shows like this, classes, presentations, working with spiritual organizations. It's really a privilege and an honor to be of service in this way. And the Spirit of Life show is really what it sounds like. It's about awakening our spirit, whatever that is or whatever that means to you within, and bringing it into life more fully, more fulfillment, more fun, more freedom, things that really make a difference in our lives. And we do that, with discussions, interactions, conversations, interviews. Today you get to listen to me. And today's topic is, what does luck have to do with it? No, what does love have to do with it, but what does luck have to do with it? And we're here, at St. Patrick's Day and all that kind of conversation, although St. Patrick has a much deeper meaning than leprechauns and four-leaf clovers. We're going to talk about luck and a little bit about destiny and a little bit about divine order today. What do all those things mean? And a wonderful place to find information, factual information at least, is to go to the internet. And so I went to the internet and asked them, what does luck mean? And they said, success or failure apparently brought by chance rather than through one's own actions. What does luck have to do with it? That's interesting. Now, when I asked what destiny was, they said the events that will necessarily happen to a particular person or thing in the future. You see, these are the kinds of definitions that just are useless to me. It gives you a definition, but it doesn't really tell you what it is. They call the divine order the hidden power believed to control what will happen in the future. Fate. Oh, no, that's destiny. Sorry about that. He believes in destiny. That's another definition for destiny. The hidden power believed to control what will happen in the future. Well, what is divine order? If we're looking at luck being chance and destiny being something that is believed in to control the future, what is divine order? Well, divine order is not predestination. A simple way of putting it is it's what's meant to be. When I say what's meant to be, by what standards? Well, each of our philosophies or approaches to life would determine the way we experience life as it shows up. It isn't what you believe, it's that you do believe. And to the degree that you believe in it determines how much it makes a difference to you, for you, and in your life. And so your belief in luck can actually alter the quote-unquote luck you have, because you see, it's the belief that is creating the energy of the way you think and feel and choose and act. And so you can say that by choosing to live in a positive manner, you're going to be luckier rather than unlucky. But who wants to take that chance, as they say in the definition of luck? And destiny sounds like something that's predetermined, where you're meant to be. And none of us are really wanting to be where we are meant to be. We're looking to become who we really are, all we can possibly be. And that's where I think divine order comes into play beyond luck or destiny. So what does divine order have to do with it? Well, in your own philosophy or belief or approach to life, you create your life. You make your life as you move along with each of your thoughts, your feelings. When you have a thought, you fuel it with some of your passion, you make some decisions, and you act. You could say life as we make it. Or for those who have a more passive approach, life as we know it, and accepting it for what it is. Luck would have it happen by chance. Destiny is more of a predetermined belief. Divine order is trusting what you believe beyond chance, circumstance, situations, and conditions. It's more of a flow, of your spirit. It's trusting your faith. Really trusting the spirit of life. The spirit of life is that reflection within you and that connection you have beyond that fuels and inspires and encourages and directs or guides you because you choose that to be the case by accessing and being a part of its flow to and through you. When we look at these different things like luck and destiny and divine order, can you change your luck? Well, I suppose you can go out and get, four-leaf clovers and things like that if you believe in that kind of thing, and God bless you if you do, and if it helps you be more lucky, amen and hallelujah. I think that's great. Can you change your destiny? That's up to you because you decide what your destiny is going to be. No one tells you. Can you change divine order? Well, luck is by chance, so you have to take your chances. And depending how strong your belief is, will determine how much that belief carries you through to your destiny or destination that your mind or your even spirit decides. Divine order is something you actually work with rather than being what is. In the world, we have left without any opportunity to control what's happening, but we can influence it. If the world itself was left without any interference, it would begin to return to its natural cycles. Imagine for a moment if society and each and all of us weren't having the influence we were having by building this world we have and changing all the things that we are and creating all these wonderful ways of creating better quality of life and living more easily and so on. If we stopped having the influence that we had on the world, it would return to its natural cycles. Depending on your belief, God, Spirit, the universe would influence the unfoldment of the world. Whether you might believe it's Mother Nature in conducting her symphony of life, or Mother Earth would certainly begin to heal herself and probably flourish. And we are here. And we are the world. And we have an opportunity to participate in it in such a way that we do influence divine order. What does that mean about our part, though, in divine order? Just like luck or destiny, it has to do with the spirit of life within us. It all starts at home. It all starts at that, some call it a spark, some call it a flame, some call it an essence of the soul, who you really are at the very core of your being. There's so many different words that we can share to get more orthodox God, to look at different inspirational focuses like Jesus and Buddha and Muhammad and Allah, those that have portrayed these philosophies and religions that are predominant, that are a part of our society and our world powerfully. And so we have the energy and the illumination of whatever we believe in within us. And so like the sanctuary of our spirit at the very core of our being, and we kind of open those doors as wide as we choose to as individuals, and we allow that inspiration to come flooding forward, our spirit within, the essence of our soul, if you want to call it that, this energy, this vibration, this illumination, to shine into first our own experience of ourself. And that's where we create that belief or that connection to our own spirit of life that we can then bring into this life we've chosen to live within. And that's where luck starts going by the wayside, and where destiny becomes, well, a goal that is sought by the mind and yet fueled by the passion of the spirit from within. And so when we decide what we truly believe, we then are thinking and feeling, and we're then choosing and acting from that place. And that's where we create our part of the energy of divine order, because each of us have the influence. Collectively, we have the influence. And as each of us strike our own note in the symphony of life, like I say frequently, we bring what we truly believe within us, beyond luck, beyond destiny. And we can choose to be a part of the unfoldment and flow of life and contribute to it from this place. And that is key, first, in how we experience ourselves within. It all begins at home, and home is where the heart is. If it's done with love and without conditions, then our spirit shows up in a way that blesses and touches others as well as ourselves as we make our way. And how we treat each other, how we treat our lives, is how we treat the world. And certainly the world is bigger than we are as individuals, and yet we are the world. We make the difference that makes a difference. We are that difference, really. So how can then we, let's call it, cooperate with divine order? Not predestination, not as if we're trying to find something we're supposed to follow, although your beliefs or your philosophies or religions and you're comfortable with following what you've been taught is, and that's what your spirit says within you. Absolutely. As I say so frequently, it's not what you believe, it's that you believe, and to the degree you believe it is how much it's going to have an effect on you. But one of the ways we can look at, and some of the terms you've heard before, one of them is co-creating. Co-creating. And that has to do with our spirit of life within, aligning with, joining with the flow of a universal spirit of life. Different for everybody because of our beliefs being different, but opening to God, to the universe, to source, to spirit, to Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, or Allah, and I don't mean to limit it to those particular individuals. I mean that our individual beliefs and our alignment with, and so importantly, not just holding it within, which changes our own personal experience, but co-creating is working with. It's sort of like working with what I like to call the river of life. So today, ask yourself a question. Does it feel like you're paddling upstream? Or are you turned around and going with the flow? Are we fighting the flow that's already occurring? And remember, I'm not talking about this happening to us. I'm talking about the flow that we're creating by our belief and our participation in life. And so the river itself naturally exists. Its flow originates from its source. Sort of like us. We originate from the source of creation, or from God, or from the universe, however you believe it. And we flow, as does the river of life. And it flows to what might be considered its destiny, its destination. And so we're talking about these terms like, and I don't think luck has anything to do with the way a river flows. I think it's a natural part of how life works, and it reaches its destination, whether it's spread out in many different tributaries in different places, or it runs a full hard course right to where it empties into a body of water. We not only have the opportunity to be on the river of life, we can, through our own beliefs and the way that we see the river of life as we know it,